love them, yes we do. Do-do-do. Oh my god, I suck at singing. Hello, and welcome back to my channel, or to my channel for those who are new around here. This is DayDream Daze, and as you can guess already by watching the beginning of this video, we are in Create a Sim recreating the Tofus. A very famous TV show in Romania when I was about 9-ish years old. It was on Jetix, and I remember I really enjoyed it as a child. I actually used to quote every cartoon character from that show when I played with my friends at the playground. So when I started playing eco-living in The Sims 4, I couldn't stop thinking about them. So I thought it was a really interesting idea to try to recreate these wacky characters that marked my childhood. What I found really challenging was the fact that despite The Sims 4 eco-living having a lot of patchy clothes, none of them really matched the ones that the characters had on in the show. So I went for the clothes that matched the best the personalities that I remember they had in the show. With that being said, I haven't watched it in, I think, about 10 years, so I might not remember everything correctly, and I'm most likely going to binge watch them all over again once the finals are over. But as of right now, we're dealing with Google Images and my pure memories from when I was 10 years old. For the mom, I decided to go with some very zen kind of clothes, very countryside-ish, lots of flowers, and she used to have in the TV show sandals with socks, but with the outfit that I chose for her everyday attire, I just thought that sandals with socks didn't really go together, so I decided to go with flats and socks because they match a tiny bit better but still look very fugly. And then you can tell that for her sporty attire, I chose the most ugly sports pants that I could find, but I still tried to match them with something that is a little bit countryside-ish, a little bit cute and sporty, even though it wasn't categorized as sporty attire by The Sims 4, but I just thought it would go together for the sports, so who cares? Speaking of not caring, I actually left her shoeless, as I thought that she is such a hippie, she would do so. Like, you know, yoga, I think is her favorite form of exercise. And it can be practiced without shoes, I think. Also, for both the mom and dad, I googled to find their real names, and interestingly enough, they don't have a normal name, they just have Mom and Pop. So I named them just that. So this whole family is going on the eco-friendly, crazy sort of vibe. So each of the characters that I created were given traits that have something to do with the environment and ecology, except for the kids, because they just hate their parents because they're completely the other way around, and they just want to fit in and be popular, despite their parents being such outcasts. So for Pop, I decided to go with the sandals with socks sort of vibe, with a little bit of boho as well. As you will be able to see just in a little bit, I ended up changing his hot weather attire that I initially decided on because I felt like it didn't fit the vibe of the family very well. I also gave him the maker trait because in the TV show he always crafts things to make his household more environmentally friendly. I also changed the ages of the parents from young adults to adults. So while creating the children, it was pretty difficult to find proper clothing for them because the parents are supposed to be hippie and countryside-ish, but the children are trying to fit in, and their clothes, even though their everyday clothes are very obviously handmade, they still fit in the 2004 fashion, and I tried to adapt to that as much as possible with this small amount of clothing that matches this style and my extremely non-fashion expert senses. Lola, in some episodes, actually in some instances, like when she filmed the commercial for that shampoo, I remember, she was wearing very normal clothing. So that's why not every single one of her outfits look that much homemade. Also, that hat that she wears for her cold weather attire is strictly related to her parents trying to embarrass her. Remember that ski resort episode? Yeah, I did not manage to find exactly that hat, but still I chose one that is equally embarrassing. I know that the hairstyle I chose for Chi-Chi is not really like the one that he has in the TV show, but I really felt like it fit this little guy's face, so I decided to go for it. Also, his clothing style is very patchy but sporty, as I remember he loved skateboarding a lot. He is also a social butterfly, as I thought that both of the children would have popularity aspirations. So next one up is Booba, and I think she's my favorite character of them all because she's always this conflict mediator between the parents and the kids. She always tries to find the middle ground, and she knows how the children feel inside their heart whenever they have trouble in their social life or whatever. She's always there for them, and that's why I think she rocks. She's the best. Sometimes she even goes out of the parental boundaries she was supposed to follow, and she's like, when I was young, and I remember that mom was just like, Mom, referring to Booba, that is so inappropriate. And I found it so funny. She is like the no censorship type of person, and she even threatened the mayor to throw rotten tomatoes at him in protest of a race that was supposed to not be very environmentally friendly. And this is why I gave her the greener community or something along those lines aspiration. So now we're jumping on to the pets of the family. Sadly, I couldn't make a rooster because, yeah, no farm animals in The Sims 4. So I decided to go for something equally as weird to have as a pet, as it is annoying to the neighbors as well. What I was super happy about was that I was able to create a sheep and a goat out of 2 dogs. And they even turned out quite cute, to be honest. Although painting them to look like so felt so much like animal abuse, I felt so bad. But when it started to take shape, I started to not have such a bad feeling about it, and I actually started to have fun. And I must say, color blending is your best friend when it comes to painting your animals to look like whole another species. But it was fun. Also, this baby sheep looks so much like a baby cow, and it's so adorable. While I was painting their fur, I realized how broken the meshes of these animals actually are. Like, the seams to these meshes are so obvious. It's actually bothering me quite a bit. But the funniest thing about these animals is the sounds that they make. So I decided to go for the fox noises as I found them the most appropriate for these animals, even though they're actually not. And now I'm just adjusting some details, and we are about to reach the end of the video. So I would like to thank you so much for watching, and this family will be up on my gallery under the hashtag, the Tofus, sheep, goat, whatever. And I think the creator name should be Cloudy Daze. I'll try to leave a link in the description if I can. But until then, I hope to see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys!